Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Zillburner back with another video, man. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Going to be throwing it back on some BO2 trick shotting. Just to mix it up, man. I'm telling a crazy story today, so hope you guys stay tuned for the video. If you guys do, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, and comment, man. Let me know what I can do better. I just want to get better. I want to become a better creator, and I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the video. Right, so today we're just going to be doing some 2-head 2-body. I am not on plutonium yet, but I do want to get on there soon. I just haven't ended up doing it. I'm trying to keep the Xbox wave alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my goal. Is even because not everyone has a PC. So if I can keep Xbox trick shotting alive for even say another month or two, like, my job will be done. You know what I mean? But like lately I've been having a lot of fun playing this game. I've been streaming this game too. The only problem is just that currently with my current internet situation, I can't stream. Okay, wow. Well, literally not even joking, that was first game on. I wish I was lying about that. I genuinely wish I was lying about that. Nothing crazy, but at least we had a shot. At least we had a shot. Starting the video off right, I'm literally doing my intro. That is insane, man. Yo, drop a like right now for that, bro. Okay, so I thought the best way, right, to start the first episode would be like to maybe tell like a crazy kind of story, right? While just going for shots. And if we hit something, we hit something, you know? But the whole point of this video, and there will be some shots in the video, if we don't hit anything crazy, this vid, me playing in this session, I'll put some crazy stuff from stream and this nutty hit marker I have. I'll probably put it in right now. If I do have it, I'll put it in literally right now. But anyway, so the story I want to tell today is about the time I had a legit SWAT team in my house. Like, I'm not talking like, you know, an officer came in, right, because my dad got a speeding ticket or something like that. Like, I'm talking a whole SWAT team with a dude holding a sniper like the one I'm trick shotting with right now. Like, imagine a dude just like, you know what I mean? Like, he scoped in through my window.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
So like the story goes a little bit back though, so we gotta take a step back before we get to that point, right? Basically, I had this neighbor, and you know, I never got along with him personally because we used to like playing football in our backyard. Not our backyard, sorry, our front yard, and he was super against it because we shared a front yard with him, right? And he would get mad because it said he'd killed the grass, like us, I guess, running, and you know, we're like 10, 11, just wanting to play backyard football. Like, we don't care less. In hindsight, maybe, you know, we did destroy the gas. We destroyed his nice little tulips by spiking the football into them a couple of times that he had planted. Maybe. But you know, when you're 10 or 11, you don't really think about that stuff. You're thinking you want to be like Tom Brady, and Tom Brady to Randy Moss. And growing up, I still am a huge Tom Brady fan. So for me, like, you know, that's what I was thinking of. I wasn't thinking of keeping his garden nice and well kept. Anyway, so this neighbor had a daughter and a son, and they were a good, like, they were probably like 20 to 22, I'd say, when we had first met them. We first moved in, and I had seen them. So his son ended up, I guess, in an outrage or some crazy type of just madness, decided to keep his family hostage with a knife. And this is like 6:30 in the morning on a school night, right? It's like a nice Tuesday. It's like 70 degrees out. I'm acting like I remember. I really don't remember what the weather was like.
There's a 45% chance of swamp ass today, no one. Be careful out there.
But that's not important. What matters is the fact that this dude had kept his family hostage using a knife. And so obviously, I guess one of them called the police or whatever. And I think he was either on drugs or he mentally wasn't right. I had never noticed anything like weird about him. I mean, he looked sometimes like he would just watch us play football and stuff. Like we could see him from the window, and I guess that was like a little weird. Maybe not though. He was just watching us play. But you know, he was in his early 20s when this happened, so I guess that could be a little weird, right? Someone just watching us play football. Looking back on it, I can see how it can be a little weird, I guess. He ends up, or the police end up knocking on our door, and this is really early. And I slept through it, right? Like, it's a school night or school day, school morning. Like, I'm trying to get my beauty sleep, which was like 5 hours really out of high school. And then keep in mind, I think I was in like maybe 9th grade, probably like 9th grade. So I'm a freshman in high school. So this is like when I was really into Call of Duty. So really, when I first wake up and I hear the news, it's like a dream for me. Like, I have a whole SWAT team in my house, and I go to brush my teeth, and the way my brother's room and I our rooms are connected through a bathroom. We each have our own sink, and then there's a shared bathroom. So I walk through there, and I keep hearing, like, you know, some dude talking his walkie-talkie, or it sounds like a walkie-talkie, and I'm like, who's that? Like, my brother usually didn't have school for another 2 hours because he was in middle school at the time, so they started 2 hours later. So I'm like, it's definitely not him. The voice sounds way deeper too. So I end up going and talking to who I think is my brother. And when I go into the room, it's legit. Like, I'm gonna pull up a picture right now on the screen of like a SWAT, like FBI, like fucking classified, like military sergeant, captain, cadet, whatever you call it, just like staring me down, bro. And like, this dude literally looks right out of fucking Hollywood. Like, he's the next Brad Pitt, bro. And he's carrying a sniper. Dead ass, minus the camo, it looked just like this one too. Except it was all black, and he had little keychain by his little scope too. Like just like you have like the emblems and stuff in video games. Like, bro, it was so weird to see. Anyways, he was perched out, because we have a 2-story house, so this was a second story that my brother and I's room were on. And so when we see him, or when I see him, like right away I'm like, I just kind of freak out. I don't know who he is. And then he tells me to go downstairs to I guess my parents. I don't remember who he told me to go downstairs to, but anyways, I go downstairs, and that's when my mom explained the situation to me, everything that's going on. And actually, our front door was blocked off, and we weren't allowed to leave the house because although they had reported he had a knife, he could have had a gun. So obviously, if anyone steps out, he could shoot. And they weren't sure where exactly he was in the house of our neighbors, like where the son was that had held his family hostage. So what I realize now is the sniper's job through that window was to see if he could get a shot. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was legit, like gun, not like a tranquilizer sniper, but like a legit. You know, if I shoot you with this, you're dead. So maybe he wasn't going to use it, but more to like spot the location of the suspect, right? And like that way they can get the other officers who are closer to the actual house of the neighbor to bring him down. Ends up doing that, and at this point we're all kind of like, you know, just a little scared, a little freaked out. I'm really freaked out, but at the same time I'm thinking, wow. Hopefully everything goes, you know, hopefully things, hopefully, I can't speak.
Love that. I love that so much. Just cameras and different.
Hopefully everything's okay for the family. But this is going to be one hell of a story. And then, you know, 6 years later, damn, this made one hell of a story. But no, so anyways, let me tell you what happened. So we go downstairs, we hear, you know, someone say, okay, it's clear, and they all leave, and like nothing happens. So we find out the next day from the neighbors that I guess the son was probably on some type of drugs. That's what they claim. Who knows? Maybe he just had like a fucking temper tantrum. I don't know. I don't know the family that well. They were, I would say, like I want to say like half white, half Mexican, maybe. I'm not really sure, but you know, maybe, who knows? Like, I really don't know. I felt really bad after because even though like growing up we might have had our differences, now like they still live in that house, and now it's like they just seem like really nice people, and you know, if I see them, like I'll give like, you know, like the casual smile and wave. But the son we did hear of, like I had friends that told me that he just ended up moving out, like they don't want him back there obviously for good reasons, and so we really don't know what happened to the son. Like, he hasn't come back, at least that we've seen. They also have a daughter who never really said anything about the incident. But what I do remember though is the next day, telling everybody in my school about this story. I mean, I was like that one kid that has like that juicy story, you know, that everyone wants to know. For that one day, like that was me that one day. Like I don't think I'd ever been talked to that much in my life or questioned that much in my life about what was going on. And you know, it felt kind of cool. That was like, I felt like a celebrity, you know, for the first time, because I had a story that everyone wanted to hear. And really, besides me and I guess my neighbors, they didn't hear them, but they didn't hear about it. But the thing is that I had the best viewpoint, and so our house day, which is why I guess the SWAT team decided to pull up to our house, because we were right across. So, and we were at an angle to where like we had a lot of bushes and oak trees and other houses, but our house didn't have any of those. It was literally just us and a clear view to their house, their window, and obviously they're using like, you know, binoculars and whatnot to scout them. So what I think they ended up doing was the way they caught him was they went outside and they were like yelling things at him, right? Like, please come out, you won't be hurt and whatnot. And he was in there for like a good hour, but he ended up just, you know, kind of just giving in. I think he was tired. And if it was the drugs, maybe they wore off. Maybe whatever he was taking, he stopped feeling as heavy, and you know, he just gave in. But it's still literally one of the craziest stories till this day. And I know I've told the story on stream, but I've never gone into it like this, right? I just said, hey, guess what? I had a sniper in my house, a legit sniper in my house once. But that's the full story, man. Hopefully that was like kind of entertaining. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll try to answer what I can. But it's just a freaky incident, man. And if you guys enjoyed, man, I have plenty more stories. If you guys want to see more shots, more stories, whatever, any like, you know, criticism, constructive criticism, or anything like that is more than welcomed in the comments and Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs. Everything will be linked in the description. I just want to give a major shout out to Excite for always helping me edit my videos. He's literally the man. And if you scroll down to the bottom, he's also in the description. Drop him a follow on Twitch, drop him a sub on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a big like, man. I'm gonna have some shots here at the end that I hit on stream, maybe even in the game. We'll see what I put at the end. But if you guys want to see more, drop a like, man. That tells me you guys want more. Love you guys, and have an amazing day. Peace out.